It is a cold November day, and we are out here at the pit once again. As you can see, there's the fire going, and we are doing pumpkins. Now, what in the heck are we doing carving pumpkins in November? Halloween's already over. Well, I got to go in and get a spoon first of all. We got to have a big spoon somewhere in this place. I don't have any idea where. But anyway, we're not doing what you think we're doing with pumpkins. We're not making jack-o'-lanterns and having fun with that stuff. I actually don't have a metal spoon on here that we can use to do that. That's kind of weird. It's not often that I don't have things we need. Anyway, we're going to be doing something completely different today. And Miss Kathy is the one that brought this idea up, and I thought, you know, it sounds like a heck of a good time. Let's get at it. We're not going to be making traditional pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns or, you know, cooking pumpkin pie or roasting the seeds or any of those things that we do, but this is an autumn dish because pumpkins are available and we can use them. Today, we are going to be making stuffed pumpkins. Now, it's not that hard to figure out how we do it. I'm not filming you, don't worry. She don't like to be on camera. But we're not going to be doing traditional stuffed pumpkins or whatever you want to think about like that. We're going to be doing it a lot like stuffed peppers. Now, you guys have had stuffed peppers where you got your rice and your meats and your veggies and your cheeses and that. That's what we're going for today. So we're going to get them pumpkins emptied out, and we'll show you what we're going to do. So sit back and relax, because here we go. All right, we're getting things all prepared. Huh?
Doesn't get you all the way in.
I'm not all the way in. You can just do it on this part. That's all right. So we got 4 pounds of 80/20 right here. Added some seasonings, the usual suspects, the salts, the peppers, the garlic powders, things like that. We're just going to get this mixed up real quick, and as you guys know, I like to do things barbecue guy style. So we're going to make some burgers out of these and actually smoke these before we put them in our stuffing. Now, Miss Kathy's also gotten some water chestnuts ready, some whole corn. We've got some baby portobello mushrooms. Oh yeah. We're going to be putting those in as well. We'll show you what that looks like once we get to that point. But first, I gotta make these flat, not meatballs. First, we're gonna make these burgers, and we're gonna get these on the grill straight away. The grill's nice and hot. Now we've got some chicken on there that we're working on another project that we're probably not gonna film, but this one's for the boys. How's that sound? The boys want their chicken noodle soup for the fall, and we're making that too. All right, so let's hump it on over to the grill. You guys have seen me do this many times before, but we'll show it again just because. Let's go on over to the grill. We've got it all set up. Oh yeah, we're trying to thaw out the frozen rice too, because we're going to be putting that in our stuffed pumpkins as well. We've got this nice chicken going on there. That's going to be going in the soup later. I'm going to get these on here, put them over the direct heat for just a couple of minutes. That way they can get nice and warmed up. Kind of seals in some of the juices, that kind of thing. So we'll get those on there. These are probably thawed out now, so we can get the rice out of there. There we are. Chicken's going good. Burgers will go for a few minutes there. Oh no, you know what I forgot, don't you? Num num wood. We can't have cooking without num num wood. Now I got all the burgers in the way. So let's move some stuff around. Chicken, you go over there. Take one of these burgers. Oh, they're already sticking. I didn't get a chance to oil the grill. That's all right. It'll be okay. We'll just cook that away. Num num wood. You know how we like that. I think you guys like it too. So we're going to leave those burgers there for a few minutes. Let them do their thing. In the meantime, let's see if we can get it. Now, I've had this wild rice. We actually got this up in Duluth, Minnesota last fall. And I cooked a bunch of it up, but we had way more than we could eat. So I said, you know, why don't we save it for another day? So here it is, another day. And we're gonna make it, use it up. How much rice do you want, darling? Do you want that much, or do you want
Yeah, that should be
that's
enough.
enough? That's still frozen solid.
It's
So we're gonna have a
alright.
little trouble with that, but that's okay. So we're gonna get those burgers going, get those done. We'll chop them up. They're gonna go in there as well. We'll show you what the next step looks like in just a little bit. So as you can see, we're kind of praying for a little more daylight, and unfortunately we're just not going to get it. It gets this time of the year, it gets dark fairly quickly. But that doesn't stop us from cooking. We might have to be out here by candlelight, but we'll be okay. So all I'm doing here is we got these burgers nice and done up, probably to a medium or so, maybe a little more than that. Not really going to make that much difference because they're going to go in our mix and they are going to cook alongside all of our other things inside the magic pumpkin. So I'm literally just chopping it up because we like to get small bites so you can get a little bit of rice, a little bit of soups, a little bit of meat, a little bit of veggie all at the same time every time you take a bite of one of these fantastic stuffed pumpkin. And we're gonna, yeah. So you can see that there's a lot of juice in these because they are 80/20s. Now I'm a little bit less apt to using an 80/20 if I'm cooking in the house, you know, maybe cooking in a pan, that kind of thing, because you do trap a lot of more fats in these. But when you're cooking on the grill, and you can see how tender these are nice. I don't even have to cut them, I just pull on them and they just shred. A lot of the grease is going to drip out. So when I do cook on the grill, I generally like to go with a little more fat content because fat is flavor, fat is also artery clogging. So we go with a little bit more fat content on the grill because a lot of it's going to drain off into the grill and we still have lots of juicy flavor inside. We're okay. So there's our burger all nice and chopped. I don't have my favorite knife out here, so I'm having to use this cheap serrated one. That's getting the job done, but I don't like it as well. There we go. So there's our meat. Now let's grab this thing over here. Now again, this has all of our rice, all of our soups, our mushrooms, the other vegetables, onions, every good guy is in there. This ain't gonna work. I gotta come around this side to do it. Excuse my trash can a minute. That side ain't no better. Gotta move my cutting board. There we go. There we go. Now we can get it in the bowl without having to spill too much. Nice. That should give us some good flavor from our num wood and from our charcoal. From smoking those burgers instead of just cooking them in a pan or, you know, going to McDonald's and getting, you know, we make good burger here. So now we're gonna mix this all up. And our rice is still a little bit frozen in the bottom here. We're gonna do our best to get that chopped up and mixed in. Dummy me wasn't thinking ahead of time and probably should have thawed those out a little bit, but hey, you know, here we don't do retakes, we don't cut things out. We show you like it is because let's face it, every time somebody cooks, they could have some struggles. We show you our struggles and how we get through them and make them work to our advantage, or at least not to our disadvantage. There we go. These are looking real. This is good. This is going to be a good mix. Might have a little extra. And you know what extra means? If you got extra, that's a side dish you're going to have while you're waiting for the cook to happen. Hitting after for a dish. All right. What do you think? Is that mixed up pretty good?
Should be.
Bright rice has still got a few spots that are a
Do we
little
have
bit.
onions in there?
I don't know. Did you bring onions out?
No. So
Let me
we
go
need
get
to
the
grab
onions.
the onions.
I'll go get the onions and I'll be right back. So I got inside and get the onion because we can't make this dish without onion. While I was in there, I decided, you know, bought a little snack today. I'm hungry. All right, so here we got pre-diced onions. They're already done for us, which costs a little bit more money. But again, when you're up against the time like we are, because we're just flat out running out of daylight, every minute helps. That looks much better, darling. Thanks for reminding me. All right.
You want to pause while we fill the pumpkins?
Nope, we're good.
Okay.
So, we got water chestnuts. We got bamboo shoots. Baby portobellos. Cream of chicken, cream of celery, cream of mushroom. Long grain wild rice. Locally picked in Duluth, Minnesota. Should be fan-bloody-tastic. Along with our smoked 80/20 burgers. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Let me get this pan out. And we'll show you. Now we had a little issue with one of the pumpkins. Miss Kathy found an icky spot on one of the pumpkins, so it's got a peek hole. Peekaboo. That's perfectly all right. We're probably going to have a little bit of the stuff running out at the end, or during the cook. Not the end of the world. Might make a little bit of a mess. I think I'll take my chances. That's perfectly fine. So, as you can imagine, this is pretty self-explanatory. We're literally going to fill these pumpkins up with our mix. We've been thinking about this one for a little while here, and we just haven't had the time to sit down and do this. But now that we do have the time, my tummy hungry. He wants to eat that stuff. So I want to try not to get too much on the outside because that makes a mess. But I want to try to get it as full as I can without squeezing it out the hole. We want to make that pumpkin nice and full, because then that'll get all the flavors all incorporated together. Is this the lid for this one? Well, it is now. There's pumpkin number 1. Yeah, we're gonna have leftovers. I like leftovers. One of my favorite meals to have is leftovers. Now you can use any kind of ingredients that you want. If you don't, maybe you don't like water chestnuts, well then skip them. Maybe you like green beans in yours, or diced peppers perhaps. And you can add those too. Take out the mushrooms, whatever you want to do. The most beautiful thing about cooking for you and your loved ones is you can do it however you want. The only rule is you follow your rules. We're very, very animate about that here at the Barbecue Channel. We like you to be happy with the cook that you do. So don't always follow exactly what I do for recipes. Use it as a guideline, and then fill in the blanks the way you want. So there we go. There they are. They are 2 stuffed pumpkins going around the outside, I'm gonna get this chicken off real quick. I'm gonna get this pan on. Oh, that chicken looks nice. Look at that. Now I tell you what, gang. When you're gonna make chicken noodle soup, you can cook your chicken in the house all you want. You can buy pre-cooked chicken all you want, whatever. But take a look at this. I'll just show you this real quick. You get that color. You get that falling bowl. Look at that. And that's going to taste phenomenal in that soup. It's just going to give it another layer of flavor that's really going to be good when you eat it. All right, let's get them pumpkins on, shall we? I'm going to put my gloves on just because that grill's a little warm. I don't feel like getting no burns today. All right. Come on over to the grill there, my darling. Now, hopefully we can fit these in here. Oh, that should be all right. That looks nice. And we got some flaming going on. That'll go down once I put the lid on. We're going to set those. Ooh, look at that. It doesn't even fit. Holy cow. Yo, get in there. Get in there.
Flip them around.
Yeah, that'll be all right. It'll be okay.
Okay.
So there they go. They're going to go in there, and they're going to be in there for probably about 45 minutes or so, maybe as long as an hour. Kind of going to have to watch the pumpkins about every 15 minutes. If they're starting to wither and shrink down real good, we're probably going to call them done earlier than that. Otherwise, 45 minutes to an hour. That should give everything in time inside to incorporate the flavors together, as well as getting the temperature up to an eating temperature. So we'll come back in 30 to 45 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour, whatever it takes. We'll show you what those look like when they're done. Here we go. Hey, just a sneak peek, gang. As you can see, it's getting very dark. And they've been on for about 35 minutes or so. Let's go take a look, shall we? Let's go see what we got going on here. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. The pumpkins are starting to wilt, which is great. Actually, it shows up on the camera better than it does in my eyesight. They're cooking nicely. We are going to temperature probe the big one, just to see what kind of temperature we got, and if I can find my handy dandy thermometer. There we go. Excuse my bad camera angle. I'm kind of doing this one solo. Miss Kathy's been working on the so they're running about 120 degrees ish on the inside, which isn't bad considering how cool it is outside that we had frozen rice. Yeah, but Miss Kathy's been working on the chicken soup, so we're gonna throw some more num wood in there and let them go for probably another 20-30 minutes and see what we got at the end. So stick around. Well, as you can see, it's pitch dark outside, so I brought them in Chicky soup's going nice. But that's for later. Check them out, gang. They've been on there just under an hour, I think, give or take 5 minutes. Would you be so kind? Thank you. So we're gonna see what we can do with Magic Pumpkin over here. I'm gonna grab a kniff. It's got some size to it. Aha, size matters. Now, good news is even though we had that little oopsie spot where the peekaboo hole was in there, doesn't look like the stuff ran out. So we're doing good. Let's see if I can grab a hold of this thing. Ooh. Now that pumpkin's pretty soft. You can feel how much difference there is in that. And just for the sake of Pete, whoever Pete is, I think they're 150.
Everything was cooked, so
Yeah.
it's not like we're
food safety is not really an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're like 145, 150. So we should be pretty good shape.
Yeah, we should be all right.
I think that'll be just fine. So let's see what they look like once you open them up. Now this is probably gonna make a mess.
Here,
Mess. You give me a plate? Yeah, girl.
I think it's a bowl.
Okay, that'll work. Now you want me to scoop it out or you want me to cut it like they did in the picture?
Scoop it
You want me
out.
to scoop it? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I just think it's gonna make too much of a mess.
All right.
And the vulture.
The vulture don't get none?
The vulture is already looking.
He's like, food, I smell food. All right, well, let's see.
He's waiting for.
He's waiting for leftovers.
Yes.
And believe me, gang, as you saw, there's going to be leftovers. All right, well, this was your baby. So we're going to have you take the first bite. I won't put you on camera, but you let me know what you think. Hopefully it's warm enough. Everything's thawed out. Everything's good.
I think that's good.
You like it? Mm-hmm. She seems to like it. Well, oh yeah, yeah. Taste that little bit of smoky to the burger, a little bit of smoke. That's fantastic, gang. I tell you what, if you're looking for a way to use up some pumpkins that you still have around, now that it's after Halloweeny, this is a great way to do it. You can put all the different stuffings inside that you like. Maybe add some cheese, whatever you want to do. Absolutely phenomenal. I love it. And the best part about it is we put mushrooms in it, so neither one of the kids are going to eat it. So we're going to have all to ourselves. Gang, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you and checking out our, what do you want to call it? Our hardest dish that we made.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good. So like, share, subscribe, ring a ding that bell notification. Comment below. Let me know what you think. You ever made these before? Let me know what you did. Or if you try it out, let me know how it goes. In the meantime, gang, look over. We made pumpkins with food inside. And they're yummy. See? Look at that. You can do it too. So get out and give it a try. We'll see you next time.